Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears Summer Major. It is Championship Sunday, and to kick off this broadcast, we got a banger for you. It is the Pittsburgh Knights versus eUnited, and guys, it's an elimination match. You did not read it wrong. One of these two teams, their season's gonna end, but another, it gets to continue, and maybe the Pittsburgh Knights, they get their first chip for LATAM, or eUnited, with two of the greatest players in history about to retire. Maybe they can get their last chip. We're about to find out. Toby, let's hop in this.
Let's hop in, shall we? We're really excited to see if eUnited can turn it around on Championship Sunday. Fingers crossed for all the fans that they certainly can, and honestly, they're going to need to, guys. As I've said, PK have just been absolutely extraordinary this championship. Saturday, Friday pass, and now into Championship Sunday. I wonder if they're going to bring the same kind of energy. Speyer could prove to be a difficult map guy, of course, for eUnited. They had a rough time on it yesterday against Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice was simply just too fast for them, I feel like. And PK have beaten Fire and Ice on this map during this major. So, hey, eUnited, they're going to have to turn up.
They're going to have to turn up indeed, but here at the front door, Raver will be the first person to go down. Him and Powerz, no kills cleaned up, but eUnited will be able to put themselves in position. Raver with the quick reactions in the back A to be able to take down Powerz, get back, help out his teammate. You see the power of the revives, but eUnited quickly off the respawn, and with a drop shot in hand, they will choose to disengage for now, choose to get all their teammates back up, be a four-man squad. But off the initial, what a scrappy one it was, Toby.
It was a scrappy one. Glad that eUnited went in for that initial, but, you know, they lost it in the end, but they have got the drop shot. They have got the ability to really retake this now, and who else better to have it in their hand right now than Xplosive on Championship Sunday? Full trust in him now to utilize that to its full value. Powerz opening things up by taking Dezonide, but Kenny gets taken down elsewhere. And with only 20 seconds to go and a nade in hand for Monkeyz, you have to question, hey, eUnited, perhaps now is the time to try and get out. Praized is doing exactly that, but he's been caught in the back by Monkeyz. eUnited slightly handicapped now numbers-wise, and already PK rotating for that next hill.
Now PK, they got themselves in position currently to defend against this. They're going to have a presence towards front door at the stairs. They got the spawns blocked off as well. They're looking great, but how does eUnited want to break it? They know that they need to wolf pack it out. They need to find a player, isolate them, to gate the damage with the revives, and they will find two. But Monkeyz, you talked about the nade, puts it to great use. That slows down eUnited momentarily, and they have to wait for their next player to come off the respawn. But they're going to understand that they have to play for the 2-2 now, and PK, they're going to assess the numbers off the respawn and stack accordingly.
That's it, isn't it? Powerz lurking in the middle. Monkeyz wants to rip map control away from eUnited, and he's doing just that, catching off guard Powerz excellently. And Praized is going to fall as well. PK trying to wrap around Xplosive. Big 1v1 for him, but no, Monkeyz still going in, getting these crucial kills, keeping eUnited staggered. Kenny in a world of hurt as a result of Monkeyz' work. He is absolutely going in, and look at the score, guy. 100 points to 4 now in favor of PK. What a hell of a start to Championship Sunday for them.
Man, PK off these first two hills, these first 3 to 4 team fights looking damn near flawless. But as we get ready to rotate to P3, eUnited, they get the jump on it. You see the early damage coming out from Xplosive. He pings 3. He calls for reinforcements, and eUnited will fortify. Drop shot in the hand of Dezo. That's exactly what you need to break any of these teams' fortification. We'll see. He's going to try to bring it over the top, but who does he want to go for? Looking like Xplosive may be the target. Regardless of whatever angle he takes, Toby, he can force him to roll out wide at least. Gonna make sure he gets the active. Nice smoke and nice flash off the start. Monkeyz only got a few more seconds on that active. He is gonna lose it. He's gonna have to wait for the next. Back at it, over the top. Misses. Nice dodge there coming from Praized. Had the foresight for it. But PK, they move in. The nade connects. They have the man advantage. They get 2, and ultimately the Knights will be able to move through, take over Globe, and get set up.
Yeah, that they are. Look at them through the spawn as well, guy. Number 3 straight over to block that location off from eUnited pushing. And unfortunately for eUnited, there's still 50 seconds left on this hill. PK already firmly set up, and Praized now trying to make that move to push on over to Dezonide. He's going to need some support, though. as Dezonide certainly has a little bit from behind. Look at that damage being put in. Raver, meanwhile, taking down Kenny on the other side as well. Right now, PK are winning in the slaying department. Xplosive tries his best to find Dezonide, but it's not going to happen. Now, PK, what I'm worried for, actually, for eUnited now, guys, is PK just rotating again. Like deja vu after hill number 1 with that another team fight victory win. 20 seconds on the drop shot and nades. They'll be looking to push out any moment.
Man, PK is also winning in the teamwork department as well. Just the way that they've been moving around this map, Toby. Fight after fight, looking out for each other, staying aggressive, calling out their numbers, trusting, just trusting that, hey, if we got that man advantage, we can pull away with the fight. We can get into these close quarter battles and finish these guys off and stay ahead of the curve. And so far, the Knights have been looking good at that on this Sunday morning. You know, it's pretty much, when it comes down to it, PK, they just look so much more composed right now. And as this fight breaks out, Monkeyz is able to find one. Praized can't get the cleanup. Raver will be able to take him out. Wow. And Quinny has made quick work of. Xplosive caught out in the open. He's trying to take one to the grave. He can't do it. And PK, they keep 4 alive. They'll be fully set up.
He's 8-2-0 right now. His Monkeyz with 5 assists. This guy is on fire. He's influencing every single team fight, and he's still going in the difficult situations. He's still fighting so hard in the 1v2s and typically coming out of it. Insane stuff. 9-0 now. And PK just ran through eUnited there on their setup, despite containing them at the bottom. Monkeyz secret manning against 3 players, gets the 1 kill. PK reinforcements here, and Kenny in trouble now. He will fall. And PK literally spawn trapping eUnited there.
Pretty much, bro. Like, look at the score. PK broke the 200-point marker before eUnited broke 20. Here on Control, the kickoff championship Sunday. We know that the nerves are there on the side of eUnited, but they need to figure out how to get composure back into this series. Regardless if they lose this map or not, I'll tell you one thing, it's not looking good for them, but I tell you, man, how they finish will say a lot about how they go into map number 2. eUnited does not want to end this with this type of score line.
That's it. Dezonide sneaking around the back. The damage is just too much for Praized to handle with. And Powerz is getting flanked as well. eUnited literally all over the place right now. All over. They're together. Bro, they're always trying to work and hold hands, but PK just running around the map slaying them.
Praized and Xplosive don't have any kills. What the hell? Wow. That can't be the thing. That can't be it today. Not from those two. It just can't happen, folks. We'll see how they plan on stepping it up. This map number 1 is going to have to get shaken off here in just a bit. The Knights showing so much aggression. They won't even let eUnited get a breath of fresh air. Just suffocating them here. Kenny trying to do everything in which he can. He ain't having it anymore. He picks up 2. 55 on his heel, and I can only imagine the comms right now as he is trying to stay alive, make a play, create an opening. Here comes Powerz to have his back. The duo themselves, they'll be competing next season, and they definitely don't want to go out like this.
Absolutely not. 14-0 now, Monkeyz, who's on our screen. Drop shot picked up for PK, and eUnited trying to run through the center, through the front door, but it's not happening. Raver gets Xplosive. Powerz, or rather Praized, is being caught out there. Monkeyz finally dies, and Praized gets his first kill. At the same time, for PK, it's clear as day, are just performing so well right now. Every hill is going their way, guy. They're getting there first, and when eUnited do get there first, on the rare occasion, PK just run through them like they're amateurs, and it is so difficult to see right now for the eUnited fans, but I am hoping that they can turn it around.
Man, I'm with you there, okay? The eUnited fans, you guys got to come together and figure this one out. They're trying to get back into this series. We're about to rotate towards the next. Currently, eUnited set up. They have the spawn locked in. They've assessed where the numbers are for PK, and the damage is there. Trying to cross him out. Dezonide finds it down on Powerz, quickly revived. They're caught out in the open, but eUnited stays aggressive. Powerz picks up a kill. They're looking to press forward to get a few more. It's a 2v2 fight, but they need not be too overzealous. SuMuNs goes down. The back A doesn't connect. SuMuNs gets another one, and they will win the 2v2 fight. The revive's proven to be too strong to gain the damage, but let's not cut away from it. SuMuNs' accuracy right there, his composure was top notch. But PK, they still got a lot more work to do. They will finally break the hill. Kenny's left by himself, and it's a good chunk of time left here.
It certainly is.
They win on this.
Monkeyz finding Kenny. eUnited blocked out of the map once more. Speyer so hard to traverse through the center. You can see a PK player running up to map control now to cut off Powerz. I think it's even a secret man in the form of Raver. Here comes the flank. Powerz still getting angled out, and it's simply just not working out for eUnited right now. PK are one step ahead of them each and every time, and the stats do not lie. 17-2 now, PK Raver. Kenny trying to collapse onto him. He needs to take him down, but he cannot.
12 assists, 15k damage. PK set up in a hill, looking to make a statement to kick off Championship Sunday. The Knights, they strike hard in map number 1 with a devastating defeat to eUnited here in this control. Toby, what the hell happened to eUnited? Because the Knights just delivered them a big L, 20 kills, 2 deaths, 12 assists, 15k damage, and look at Monkeyz, he's right behind them. The duo getting it done.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words right now, guy. I'm honestly not sure what to say. I mean, it's safe to say at this point, if it wasn't already the case, that Control is eUnited's weakest mode. But the issue right there is, yeah, PK are an incredible team. But eUnited should not be performing like that on map number 1, regardless of the mode, regardless of the map, regardless of the opponent. And it's scary. Honestly, it's scary. If eUnited are going to turn up like that in map 1, are we running out of time here for eUnited? You know, is this the start for Championship Sunday? It's scary. But you know, you have to give it still to PK though. Hey, they played amazingly, right? They took advantage of clearly a weaker eUnited at this moment in time. On this first map, them. And they just went off.
They towered over them, okay? The Knights, off the first initial, they play with a Championship Sunday type of intensity, folks, and eUnited can never get back in the series. The damage output wasn't there for whatever reason. Just Explosive and Praized just could not get those kills. Throughout majority of the map, I think you saw PK, they had broke past the 200-point marker before their first kills came through, and that's a lot of pressure. Ultimately, team fight after team fight, in the first four rotations of heals, the Knights completely outplayed them, right? And so the score quickly racked up over and over, and eUnited cannot get their footing there. They cannot get on the same page for whatever reason. And we got to call a spade a spade. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable to kick the day off, okay, for eUnited. Now, as we go here towards this tomb execution, I know these players, all right? And we all seen them in the past. We've all seen them in positions like this before. If they don't step it up here in 6-0 to Knights, I don't know what to tell you guys.
This execution team, when this was first introduced, remember, Guy, they are by far and away the most experienced execution players. Probably out of the entire major right now, I'll be honest. That's how many games they've played cumulatively. And so that experience means a lot. I'm hoping that really makes an impact here in such a high-pressure situation like they're in right now.
Yeah, we'll see when it comes down to it. Who's going to be able to have that experience to push them through this execution map to find the openings, their experience against their opponent, all the Pro League matches in which they played, all the majors in which they've gone against each other, the grand finals in which we've seen eUnited versus the Knights. And we see SuMuNs with first blood here on Explosive towards the center. Praized looking to get a kill for the squad, but Raver has shown a lot of patience over there in that spot. In the moment, it's going to be all up to Kenny. He's in a 1v4, no power weapons to his name, and he's just trying to find anything. But the Knights, they take round number 1.
Yes, they do. Again, Guy, you know, it's that middle area of the map. PK just seemed to be one of the best teams in that, actually. Maybe the best team at playing the middle of the map, and maybe overall the best team on Tomb. I'll be frank, you know, they're on the game right now. And that's something that eUnited really have to pay close attention to. Yes, they're fantastic 1v1 players. And yes, they have great teamwork overall, but this is something very specific, the situation. You know, the two players sat in the middle. They have to be careful that there's no crossovers from PK. They need to make sure that any damage that comes their way, they're calling out immediately. They have to make sure they're not weak to potential pushes from PK, because you just know Raver and SuMuNs will dive at that opportunity if given it.
Yeah, they definitely will. Kenny trying to find opportunity of his own. The back A is there. He tried to take the wide angle to dodge the shot to be able to get in for the final blow, but as he isolated the 1v1, you see the cutback from Explosive. Him and Praized trying to find a kill over here towards Snipe, but PK, their spacing, Toby, has been very good on this map. they have been playing together. They have not been playing as individuals. They have not been ego challenging eUnited in some of these fights in these 1v1 positions. And that's saying a lot about the type of nights in which we're getting here in this tournament today.
For sure, for sure. You saw Kenny right there on our screen. He tried the drastic push through the center, and he tried to get that 1v against SuMuNs, but SuMuNs immediately shut him down. He wasn't caught by surprise. Kenny has had great success doing that in the past, but not sure if it's going to be suitable against a team like PK with the way they're playing right now.
Praized, he makes it inside, but Raver gets a lot of damage. Praized gets some support from Xplosive. Raver's playing this corner like a champ. Here comes reinforcements. The kill comes in. The trade for SuMuNs, quickly reacting, quickly getting back into the fight to help Dezo, but Kenny as well there to help Xplosive. SuMuNs looking to be the hero for the Knights to keep it perfection for them in this map, but we'll see if he can do just that. It will be eUnited with a man advantage as SuMuNs starting to back up here. Great opening initial by both these teams.
Absolutely. And eUnited were really good at actually playing the mid-round on Tomb, you know, the late stage of Tomb yesterday. They were really good at making sure that the round is secured, right? No risky business, always together. The communication was clear. And hopefully for their sake, they can carry that out now with this numbers advantage. SuMuNs with nades, just dropping them, I think, yeah, for his teammate Monkeyz. I like it. SuMuNs with sniping hand, though.
He got everything he want. He got everything he want, man. I don't, even though it's a 3v2, it don't feel like it's eUnited here in a moment, because this could be a very demoralizing round, and SuMuNs, being the creative player that I know him to be, can find a way to win. It's a reason why he's won as many chips as he has, and it's a reason why he has had one of the longest standing singles records in Gears of War history. The simple fact is that he always finds a way to win a fight. He's always assessing his opponent, breaking them down, and he knows where this heal is going to be. He knows the shots in which he have to work with. He understands his opponent's routes and where they need to run from. He's going to have this snipe pre-aimed and ready to go, as well as these nades cocked and ready to blow. We'll see what he can do. Xplosive, you better watch out, as he's going to be starting to approach these stairs. SuMuNs knows that he has the range to help his teammate. He's going to get the deep nades, probably. The first nade comes through. The shock is dodged. Xplosive knows he has to be careful, but the bows will miss. SuMuNs looking to be that guy. He misses the next shot. Xplosive moves in for the 1v1. Powerz showing composure, but here comes the point blank. Monkeyz trying to do it, but the pistol from behind, he can't get it done. And eUnited will get on the board.
Great job, eUnited. The composure to pull that one off there, while SuMuNs is constantly threatening with the snipe, turning around, aiming at Xplosive. But Gilbert was just approaching slowly, right? He was taking his time. That was necessary. SuMuNs forced to go for an up A at the end to really bail himself out of that one. Not gonna happen. And Powerz, of course, able to follow up despite not hitting the necessary shots as he was approaching. Well played, eUnited. They're still in this.
Yeah, he did a good job not forcing that one. And he being Xplosive, taking his time, knowing he had teammates behind it and had all the angles in which he needed. Here we go, into round number 4. eUnited trying to get this one all tied up, 2-2. Xplosive trying to help Kenny here towards the center, but Dezonide also trying to help Monkeyz over there towards the 1v1. The pressure is there. Kenny got double stunned. eUnited trying to defend against this Pittsburgh Knights aggression. One down, quickly negated. Kenny can't get the next. Xplosive getting angled out. The damage output is there. PK spacing is superb. And now Powerz left in a 1v4. Not much in which you can do.
That was a close one, wasn't it? It almost came down to like one shot exchange between Kenny and the other player flying through onto his side. This time, of course, PK being super aggressive, and it works, right? No one dies in the process, and you actually nailed it there. The spacing in particular was how PK was so dominant in that push.
You know what? And the spacing shows in the scoreline. Okay, the Knights only have 1 death apiece. The other 3 rounds in which they won, nobody died, because them having perfect initials, the perfect strategy against eUnited. That's how perfect the Knights are playing today, folks, here on Championship Sunday. Dezonide, he understands that Kenny's watching him towards the right. That's going to be his guy, but he wants to be close to help his teammates towards the left. They're in a position to get the quick pick on snipe, and Dezonide wants to be able to have a quick angle to him if need be. That's why you see Shotty's out. He's going to go for a 1 shot. He says, hey, I'm going to live or die on this sword, but I'm going out with a bang.
Raver gaining right hand there. Explosive turn this. Oh my goodness me, can't be caught out when you're being damaged like that. That opens the door for Dezonide to fly on through and pick that kill. 4v3. PK can play it slow now. They don't need to challenge anything. Powerz tries to collapse on a Monkeyz. Not gonna happen. Give him the double. PK are playing this so well, and Gilbert caught out there. The moment he left cover blaze, of course he's going to get absolutely shredded, and perhaps he spent a little bit too long there checking out Raver to make sure he wasn't going to get that snipe.
Why? PK is playing perfect. No one died that round either. Every round the Knights have won. I mean, where's the first bloods at? Who got the most? Let me see it real quick. I missed it. 4-4. eUnited had the one in that round. So Dezonide and SuMuNs, they're both playing mid-map, okay? They're creating an opening for their teams. And you know what? I can't think of any two better commanders to lead these troops on the outskirts, lead the slayers of Raver and Monkeyz, as they're looking to make something happen here towards the center. Raver takes down Praized. It's a quick revive for eUnited, but Dezonide knows he's trying to hunt the help down. But how quickly can Kenny get in? He gets one. A down is there, but he can't get the cleanup. He's getting pinched. Powerz in a 1v1. That Monkey says, what are you doing? Slow it down, and no kills came through again. Did they? Hold on, I want to say Kenny did get one. Nope. Actually, he did it. Nope, it was just a down, bro.
My goodness. 4 kills between them.
Another perfect round.
Right now for United.
No way their plan execution is perfect today.
It is.
No shot.
And honestly, it's more so not United playing bad. It's more so PK playing extremely well. You have to be honest to them, right? Maybe Gilbert stepping out of cover was a mistake, but no, like honestly, they're playing really, really well individually and as a team. They've got it on lock right now, and no change of strat again, guy, from either team. They're still fully committing to this position. Yes, Kenny has pulled back a little bit, play a bit more passive to ensure he can't be pushed. Meanwhile, Praized actually changing that up completely. Here comes the rotation from Explosive. Lovely 2v1 onto him, but here comes SuMuNs trying to clutch up, but he gets the 2 somehow. My goodness, 2v1. For SuMuNs to try and navigate. Full rank Kenny just going to keep going wide, surely.
No way he 1v4s to win this round. He has him weak. He wanted to press him. The bow is giving him opportunities, but Powerz feels like he's taking his time. He feels like it's the right play, and it is. The splash damage finally gets him, but SuMuNs, he squared up there. He says, hey, man, I'm not going down without a fight. They lucky that they got to him quickly enough, and he wasn't able to get that snipe and have that to really guard against him, because we know how talented he is with that weapon. But I have to give a lot of love to the coach of the Knights, and I'm pretty sure it is still Demise. I know he did a lot to get these boys ready for this matchup. Okay, so when it comes down to it, he gets the work done behind the scenes, and this is why the Knights is playing the way that they are as well. A former pro player, but as we're here in the round, eUnited has won their second, but now they need to get back into it. They need to find him a kill. Praized gets some creative angles here towards the middle, has to dodge the shock, but they take him out the fight briefly, momentarily. The Knights looking for the first kill, but eUnited dodges. SuMuNs goes down, Praized goes down, no kills cleaned up. The revive comes through, and eUnited will get another round on the board, but they have to play perfect, folks.
That they do. Momentum has been built up now. Of course, in the round before, you saw some aggression actually coming out from eUnited. A really, really good sign. Some proactivity. You know, playing to win rather than not lose. A really good sign. And that round there, PK, amazing shot grenade strategy to try and block in Praized, and then just running across to try and 2v1. Well played from these guys.
All right, here we go. Heading here into round number 9. Now, as this fight's broken out, you see the stack, right? SuMuNs here on a big flank. Is he going to be seen? Praized may get caught out, but he's going to move forward. He knows something's not right, so he regroups with his teammates. SuMuNs gets towards the corner. Praized was focused the whole time, and the Knights set it up perfectly. They have eUnited pinched. Kenny, he needs to get them through this. He needs to create an opening, find a kill some way, somehow. Gonna miss the first bow. The marks are there. Kenny trying to catch players in rotation. Explosive couldn't get the shot in which he needed. And Raver staying composed in cover. The Knights, they take the next one, and Powerz, he is just speechless himself, Toby. eUnited, they lose map number 2 in a 6-3 fashion. No comeback there. The Knights have woken up on Championship Sunday with such ferocity. How will they be stopped? We got to go on over towards Vasgar, Escalation, and eUnited. They're going to have to turn around. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll see if the Knights can close this out in 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears Summer Major. We have kicked Championship Sunday off with two of the most historical teams in Gears history. But in this one, only one can progress on forward. And currently, the Knights, they woke up with something to prove. 2-0 in this series against eUnited. And as we know, they got two historical players. This is their last event, Xplosive and Praized. They're looking to go out on a big W, but right now they just took two big L's, and they got to figure out a way how to turn this one around on Vasgar Escalation against a Pittsburgh Knights team who has been playing damn near good. They've been playing the best we've ever seen them play forever, right?
I think so. I think you can certainly make that argument at this point in time, right? And I just noticed, guy, just going through these replays, someone we didn't really talk about much in that map was Monkeyz. Monkeyz locked that lane down the entire time. It's just insane. Powerz, one of the best players of all time, honestly, and heralded as perhaps the best player of the current time for maybe the past, I don't know, year, 2 years with gaps here and there. For him to just be shut down by Monkeyz so considerably, so consistently, you got to give it to Monkeyz as well, right? It's not only the teamwork and the strats that PK pulled off; it was just him locking down his lane, PK dominating in the middle with a lot more flexibility. I want to say in the middle as well. The strats were a bit more varied and a bit more surprising. But then you saw in the very last round, guy, right? We talked about this. SuMuNs flew up top on his own. We've seen him do it before and flank the opposing team and basically just win that round on his own due to that strategy.
Bragging out there in map 3, but we gotta get back on over towards our other Vasgar Escalation match popping off here. It's Knights versus eUnited. Knights currently up 2-0 in this series. If you're just joining us, in eUnited, they have to find a way to get back into this one because after the last two maps, folks, it was an absolute beatdown. The Knights today, they're playing the best that they've ever been.
That they are. eUnited need to turn it around right here, right now. And the way PK are playing, boy, does it look bleak for them. A little bit of a score lead for PK right now. 2 hills apiece. They're just waiting for eUnited to try and launch that counter-attack. Especially over to the B hill. Monkeyz, you don't want to have him secret manning on right hand, right in front of you, Praized. I'm not sure if he even was aware, but he bounces wide. Monkeyz gets the chunk. And Xplosive right there is running for his life to keep his life alive.
And you see how PK, they get that one kill and they start moving up, okay? Even with 2 hills to their name, they want to get as much map control as they possibly can and force eUnited to be uncomfortable clearing as many corners as possible there. But eUnited grouped up as 3, trying to get to the home hill. Dezonide gets taken out there by Kenny. eUnited in a great position to decap A, and if they can get this one capped up, they're gonna have to play in a fashion in which they stay progressive, stay looking for hills. They can't stop the aggression right now, and so far they're not. But as you're gonna see, Monkeyz will rotate over towards the home hill of eUnited. He gets that one decapped, and he is currently forcing eUnited to come out here and make the perfect play.
Keep an eye on the score. Triple cap might blink for a second. Kenny is going to get angled out on the back, though. And now PK have time to work with. They don't have to do anything too crazy. They can stack up their numbers on their home hill to make sure this is a successful retake and then just ensure the victory for this round. Xplosive, that secret man works for him. Excellent back A there onto Dezonide. Now 2v2 for him now to deal with. Raver trying to run. SuMuNs on the chain revive. Xplosive says no and shuts them down. Triple cap blinking. 3 seconds on the clock. PK, are they able to break in time? No, they are not. eUnited starting off with a 1-0 victory right now on Vasgar. Well played.
And that is the first time in which this series so far, throughout 3 maps, where eUnited has started with a lead. All right? From the control map, they lost all of those team fights, about the first 4 team fights to kick that map off. They go down 5-1 in the execution. Now, they gotta build off of this. They need to continue forward, but we'll see what they can do. We'll see how the Knights wants to respond as well. Heading here into round number 2, we just got some Botox down on the map. That's gonna be a staple placement. Praized moving up, flash out, quick revive, no stun. PK moving up for some solid L triggers. The damage is there. The revive comes through. He stuns the player to the right with Monkeyz going down. That was a beautiful flash from Xplosive to keep him in it. And Praized able to get back for the revive, but I do believe he may be on his last down. He needs to be careful. Powerz finds the kill on Raver. eUnited playing with such aggression to get the trip cap domination, and they should be able to without any issues.
Beautiful from eUnited. Excellent job from them. Straight off the initial as well, guy. This is the kind of energy you need, right? That they've really secured rounds where it's confirmed that the win will come through, right? You're outslaying at the start. There's no funny business. You're just going straight in and winning all your shotgun battles and getting a very, very strong round. A strong performance, and that's exactly what they need. They need confidence at this point in time. And so far, I'm impressed right now, guy. With the actual individual shotgun battles, the movement's on point. Xplosive is doing work with it all. Awesome shotgun play both in the first round and that round there. Really important part of the initial. That's what you want to see from the IGL during these dire times.
All right, you definitely need that from them indeed. Now, let's see, as we head here into round number 3, the last 2 rounds were great for me, United. The comeback in round number 1, Praized won some big 1v1s in round number 2 for the force the trip cap domination as well. You got to give him a lot of props there. But currently Xplosive with a retro lancer in hand, he gets it down there towards to the back of the tank, and I know a lot of our pro players in the league is going to be happy not to have to deal with that retro lancer anymore after this event, but he's trying to put it to good use one last time. He goes down. Praized backs up for the revive. They know that they have a 2v2 fight. The shots don't come through, and PK will cap up the B hill, but look at the opposite end of the map. eUnited, they have an out. Powerz, he's being really sneaky here. Monkeyz doesn't know just yet, but SuMuNs will. He's waiting for him. Nice focus fire from Powerz, but with the damage output, he needs to use this time to rotate, but he does not want to go too far. He gets the call out from El Capitan to move towards the B hill, utilize their numbers for the decap. They say, Kenny, you're alone. If you can take one, that's awesome, but if not, we'll make sure that we get a hill.
Monkeyz, last passing of hope on this tank. Great movement, shutting down Powerz. He will get taken out, though, and eUnited regain control of the B hill. Meanwhile, C hill under pressure. SuMuNs, speak of the devil, all around this major. He's been an excellent player, and there's Dezonide coming to his
honestly, that wasn't
as
a bad death. That wasn't a bad death to give Kenny some help off the respawn, but eUnited is going to choose to push 2 towards the A hill. They're trying to get these players at the C hill to disengage on their own as they're winning fights here out wide. The meat shield, the kill comes through, but not the meat shield. Monkeyz wins a big 1v2. He's not going down, but continuing to output damage. Finally taken out from Powerz. Dezonide with a beautiful back A wins a big fight to get the B hill back in favor of the Knights. Now, let's slow it down here. eUnited currently has the lead, but no hills to their name. They'll have their home hill back in with the slight lead in which they got. That'll give them some time to rotate to possibly get back to B hill or A.
That's it, right? Powerz still lurking. Love how fast he's playing right now. Honestly, he seems super active. He seems very much in the game. Xplosive. Lovely angle from the middle, as we saw from Powerz earlier. Here comes Powerz flying in now. 1v3, though. Difficult situation. He gets the kill nonetheless. Make that a second, and he's got his teammate to his right as well. Amazing stuff from Powerz. The energy you want to see. And the triple cap blinking, it will come on through. And that's kind of the spice, the spark you want to see from Powerz and eUnited as a team to be able to beat PK today. 3-0 up now, guy. 3-0 up. This is exactly what you wanted to see from eUnited.
This is it, you know, and, you know, kicking off the day, we know Praized and Xplosive have been around for a very long time, and, you know, they're retiring for a reason, you know, but on this championship Sunday, they got started like they were an 88 Cadillac, okay? It took them a while to get warmed up, but man, they are reliable when they are going. So here in map number 3, eUnited up 3-0. They're finally firing off at all cylinders, folks. They're looking good, but how long can they continue to play at this level? Because the Knights, they know that they have control over the series, and that gives them composure. It gives them confidence. It gives them the ability to be able to see through some of eUnited's plays and hit some sound shots like this. But Xplosive says, not today. I'm not going down without a fight. Dodges shots from Raver. Knows he has to worry about Monkeyz. The pre-fire is there, but does his best. Across the map, his teammates coming off the respawn, they're either going to have to go for B or go for C. They're going to make sure they can contest C and at least get the numbers on that side of the map so they can come off the respawn and make the perfect play.
That's it. PK getting the snipe that they put down earlier. Dezonide will get the double. PK really pushing on the other side of the map now. And eUnited, they have to be careful. 2 players down. It's going to be a third likely if Kenny can't clutch up. Very weak. Gets a little bit of that support, and he gets the double, essentially. Dezonide will take down SuMuNs Baxton, who is downed, and that is really, really good for them now. Can they find Raver, who's lurking with a sniper above? You can see looking for it right now, just underneath him.
Just underneath him, indeed. But with these 2 eUnited members over here, Kenny trades. Xplosive is in a better position to defend against the 1v2. But across map, Monkeyz, he was in a 1v2 of his own. He takes one. Can Xplosive take one to the grave as well? But he's not going to get that opportunity. PK will choose to disengage and keep the hills in their favor for now. They know that they are going to have a slight differential in the lead, but they worked hard early on to be able to have this slow moment to regain their footing. Great shots from eUnited. Powerz isn't budging. Help's going to come from Kenny. A flank is coming from eUnited, but will it make it in time? PK, they get the 2 kills in which they need. Praized couldn't make it, but he still can get to C. Him and Xplosive, they get this cross. eUnited will continue to have 2 hills in their name, and that's a great rotation from them.
It most certainly is. Big fight. Here's Xplosive on the pinch. Reinforcements as well. Score lead still the way of eUnited. They have some time to work with. Just a little bit. SuMuNs here on the right as well. Question is, oh yeah, Kenny's going to be under pressure as well. Powerz is there to support, getting the down on Monkeyz. Xplosive has heard the call. Needs to rotate just a little bit. Just to make sure this A hill is held. So much respect being shown right now. As they avoid any team fights necessary. 30 seconds on the clock.
The Knights know that this is the time where they're going to have to get a trip cap domination. They need all 3 hills. Powerz has something to say about it with a nice little strafe there on Dezonide. He picks up 2. And eUnited in the late game, and with them picking up sniper as well, it's looking like they're going to go up 4-0 in map number 3. And Toby, we got to talk about it, okay? Because at the end of the day, eUnited, the way that they got beat down in the first 2 maps, they needed a dominant start here. And honestly, they need to win this 5-0. Not 5-1, not 5-2, but they need to win this 5-0.
I think you're totally right. They need that transformation in their brains right now. And a 5-0, what's better than that, right? That is exactly what they want to see. If they end up winning this 5-3, if PK can somehow get 3 rounds in a row, I think that's a mental knock, right? It doesn't matter if you've won the map. You might be back to square one, and you need to be on square 100 right now to beat PK with how they're playing. Vasgar honestly might just be a blip for PK, right? It might not be a representation of how they're playing in this current moment. It just might be eUnited playing super well on Vasgar.
All right, we're heading here into round number 5. Can the Knights get on the board? It's going to be a 4v4 headbutt for the sniper. Some initial damage comes through, but Raver, talk about being one of the best bodyguards in the league. He soaks up some damage and gets the first blood, allows the Knights to move forward. But a sneaky play coming out of here from Praized. He takes out the sniper. SuMuNs will take his life, but that gives eUnited enough time to move in. The cross from PK is there. No, SuMuNs, wow. You're not like that. Actually, you are. We know that, okay?
Look at that for composure. He literally just stood still and just turned around, essentially 180'd. Like, minus me.
He said,
what more can you say?
Don't you know the gif? The little kid, he was like, shoot me. Okay, I'll shoot literally. You back.
Hey, and that's some composure right now for being 0 to 4 down. I'll say that much. SuMuNs, his reward for all of that, of course, is the snipe. Again, PK are going to get that weapon. And now eUnited have won 4 rounds in a row nonetheless, and they're playing super, super well. SuMuNs all the way back, staring down the street of F Hill. Kenny's stuck in the middle as well. Might be in a little bit of trouble. He is. He's going to get angled out by Dezonide. Meanwhile, Dezonide also stuck in the center there.
Yo, great shots there from Dezonide. They will be able to isolate Kenny there, as you said, towards mid-map. But at the home hill, the Knights still need to get it back as soon as possible. eUnited is going to stack up on this side of the map. They're going to let Kenny go for the E hill and play for that 2-to-1 hill setup. So right now, in the moment, eUnited playing it more defensively. They know they don't have to force the fight. They just have to put the damage on the Knights. A double down comes through. That was SuMuNs and Monkeyz able to clean up the kills. And now Powerz is getting taken out as well. A trip cap domination was threatened for a moment. eUnited could have ended it there. with the domination, but instead, Kenny, he has to hold off by himself until reinforcements can come. But since eUnited built up a nice little lead, he has time until his teammates can get there. His positioning is great also. Him being able to stay alive, get it angled out by 3 players is super impressive. And that's 2 kills coming through for eUnited. It's looking like it may be a 5-0 finish indeed, Toby.
It might be at this point in time now. Monkeyz is going to get the break. A bit of a score lead still. Very close to that 250 mark. They've done it before. Can they do it again? Fighting back. Xplosive looking for the kill on Monkeyz. He's got support. Excellent shots from him. And our Raver stuck back against the wall as eUnited carry on flying forward. 10 seconds on the clock now for them to wrap this one up.
Raver knows that he needs a prayer to be able to win this round. The Knights, they're just going to have to accept this butt kicking, and they delivered 2 already, so I don't know if they're going to be too mad at it. But ultimately, what this victory means the most is going to be eUnited. They were able to get some of that momentum back in their favor, and I think that's what you take away from it. They had to come out and win this 5-0, but man, they worked hard for it, but you know what? They made it look simple because the Knights were contesting them fight after fight after fight. But eUnited, they stayed cool, calm, and collected and made the perfect rotations.
They did. They look like a different team, guy, to be frank. They really did. Shotgun play. Powerz and co were constantly sprinting at them at the tank side on the good side, right? Even when there's a snipe there, they just run past and look for those kills. That's the hunger you want to see from them. You need to see from them, right? And that alone, just that mentality, just to see that coming out is so important. Even in the first 3 rounds, guy, they didn't win by triple caps, but each time they won one side of the map constantly and always had 2 hills at the end, regardless of whether they got that 3rd hill. That's how dominating it was. It wasn't just the round count, it was within the rounds too, which actually forced BK to bring the snipe out on tank. You know, usually it's eUnited that's had to pull that one out to try and change things up. No, PK were the ones that were stretched there. They tried the different strategy and eUnited were like, no, you know what? That is not going to work today. We are still very much here and in it to play.
And you know, one thing I also noticed from eUnited as well was that they were playing more together as a team, as a unit. And this is a great clip of it here. Staying close in that revive range, going for the shots, having trust in each other, playing just a little bit tighter because we saw in some instances, and you can even take it from that last team fight on top of the home hill of PK, just the quick revives that came through from the Knights and how close they were just able to put out more damage quickly, just hitting some solid point blanks. But ultimately, folks, we knew this was going to be a bloodbath. And now, eUnited, they have gotten back in this series. If you ask me, Toby, I think, you know, regardless of whoever you want to win this one, it would have been devastating to see eUnited go out in that fashion to kick off Championship Sunday. So I'm happy that they showed that they are still one of the best teams on Vasgar on a Sunday. And now we got to progress on to maps 4 and maps 5. And honestly, they're looking good for the side of eUnited. 2 maps of which they're going to be comfortable on. I do believe it's going to be Regency and Clocktower.
It is. Yeah, it is. Of course, that dreaded control next guy. You know, we were talking about it on map number 1. Probably eUnited's weakest mode. I mean, actually, definitely eUnited's weakest mode at this point in time. But it's not all doom and gloom, right? You've seen eUnited pull it back with a really good 5-0 victory on Vasgar, right? And for context, right? PK beat VQ on this map 5-4. You know, PK are good at this map, right?
Yeah.
And so really that is a huge win in of itself. You know, they weren't able to get the harbor perhaps that eUnited wanted, where they performed really well on it before. Vasgar, they've been shaky on historically, but no, eUnited were like, you know what? We are experienced on this map nonetheless. PK are very good. We're going to go out and play our absolute hearts out. And it seems like that's what they've done. The mentality seems to be there now. And honestly, Speyer, we were talking about trying to break it down, right? We were trying to analyze it, but there wasn't much to say other than they got absolutely destroyed by shotguns, right? And it was more a mentality thing for me, I think, Speyer, given the huge difference, right? Not rather than just being completely outplayed. I feel as though that's the same kind of thing, the same sentiment going into control. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Yeah, we got to see if they can keep it going indeed. Now, Speyer control and Regency control, they're going to be played kind of similar in a sense is you need to be good at a specific, well, you can be a little bit better at specific play styles to have some consistency at this map. And what I'm pretty much talking about, folks, is rotating early, setting up the hills, being able to focus fire very, very well, because there's a lot of open space going from objective to objective, especially on a map like Speyer. Now, I will say the difference between that and Regency is that in Regency, you got a lot of cover there towards the center line of the map with the big building that's going to be there. And you got a lot more play towards the outskirts of it as well. So we'll see who can kind of play that terrain the best, but I do think this is going to be a control map in which eUnited is going to feel more comfortable on, and that they will be more prepared for against Speyer. But I'm not going to make no excuse for them there in that sense, because eUnited was picking Speyer as their Pro League map before anybody and beating a lot of teams on it too as well. PK, they just completely outplayed them to kick off that control, winning that first team fight and then progressing on from hill after hill after hill. Now, well, as we go into this one, who's going to get the M bar? Who's going to be playing for those nades? Which one of these, or do these squads want to prioritize time first on that hill? Now, hopefully they don't come out with an initial, I forgot who it was yesterday, that didn't even want to contest for the nades or the M bar, and they just sent 3 players towards the hill. They got about 16 seconds in time. It may have been Hive in that, or Rise. They got about 16 seconds in time, and then next thing you know, they lost the fight. They lost the rotation towards info, and then they were playing from behind most of that map. So this opening is going to tell us a lot, Toby.
Yeah, and I think it's looking into mentality as well. I like that eUnited on Speyer actually challenged for the hill. They didn't just go for the retake. They were still able to get the drop shot in the end. I feel as though you need to carry on that triple cap confidence from Vasgar and just go in guns blazing for the hill. Focus the hill over power weapons, especially against a team like PK right now who are deathballing. They're absolute hard time. Doing really, really well at it. I don't think power weapons will cut it. But hey, when you get the M bar halfway through the round, later in the round, whenever it might be, make sure you put it to work, because you're going to need to. Both teams here, PK as well as eUnited, need to put in work with that weapon. It's been a really important weapon, a variable on Regency at dictating who wins this map, given how experienced a lot of the top teams are on this one.
Folks, we're about to head into map number 4 between the Knights and eUnited. Will the Knights eliminate them and progress forward, or can eUnited force the Game 5 on Clocktower? We hope you all have been having a fantastic morning on this Championship Sunday, and you had your coffee. But if you didn't get your caffeine, don't worry, I got you. I'll caffeinate you. Regency is going to be an exciting one. And eUnited, they have to come out and have a great initial, get an early lead, and set this pace. Because the way that the Knights have been playing today, the way the Wolfpack has been so ferocious, they get through anything that they can. Okay, it doesn't matter who's in front of them. It doesn't matter how many players it is. They will rip through them and achieve whatever objective in which they want. And that's the energy in which they've been playing with throughout the day. But as we saw in that Vasgar, eUnited, they poked their chest out. They says, hold up, we're not going down like this. We've been through too much. We've won tournaments from the losers bracket. We've reverse swept teams plenty of times before. And now they have figured out and they have remembered who they are, who their identity is. And as we kick off Regency, eUnited, now is the time to play your best and give it everything you got, because it could be your last map. We're kicking it off here. It's Powerz versus Raver for control of the end bar. We got a 1v1 that needs a 2v2 down low, but Powerz finds his opening to make sure that the Knights will not get that power weapon. Even if he dies with it on his back, it won't be in the hands of Raver, but don't worry. He's about to rotate to the hill and get his teammates back.
And look at this guy. Explosive winning his 1v in the middle. Powerz winning his 1v up top and getting the M-bar. eUnited getting hill control. Fantastic start from them. Really considerably winning that across the board on the initial for eUnited. Now M-bar in control by Powerz, stuck in the center. Kenny, actually surprising SuMuNs, who I don't think is playing at the moment. Nonetheless, live round, of course, and a live hill, and eUnited will be still getting all those points.
Well, everybody's off
really
the respawn.
Fantastic initial.
We're still good. I see SuMuNs. He came off the respawn. He's fighting, so we're okay, folks. No buzz kill here happening in the moment. It is going to be the Knights pressing. The only thing that they're trying to give a buzz kill to is eUnited in this setup, trying to win the fight towards the back. But Powerz with a beautiful route on his strafe. Praized moves in for 2 in the center, and now eUnited can get set up at info. And so far, a great start for them.
Absolutely so. They've taken the initial, and now they're going straight into the hill number 2. I think we might actually have a little bit of an issue as the PK players are standing still, but hey, let's talk about that initial though, guy. I mean, come on, that was fantastic from eUnited, winning across the board. If that was an execution round, everyone would be dead straight away for PK, right? So it seems like right now, eUnited are playing extremely well. They've seemed to carried on that composure from Vasgar, and those first two maps seem to have just become a distant memory for them, and it's really nice to see.
Yeah, it really is nice to see, you guys. We will see that Dezonide will lag out the game for now, but we'll get him back in as soon as possible, and we'll get the ruling on how we want to do this one. See, each one of those hills have a little verticality advantage where it's hard to retake them, and after you lose that first team fight, you just have to rotate early rather than on Speyer. The map is a little bit more flatter. I feel like they're equal, the 4 hills around. But as you guys can see in map number 4, we are back in it. And eUnited seems like they were able to pick up exactly where they left off with a nice setup here on top of info. And you see the Knights trying to rotate around here towards Fountain side of the map, trying to get some angles towards the backside of the spawn. But Powerz suppressing them for now, trying to force them back towards the inside. But he needs a shotty out. He's going to have to fight here soon.
Oh, shot grenades and nades being thrown for for Pittsburgh Knights right now. SuMuNs getting the down on Praized as they trade downs. 20 seconds left on this hill, though, so does it really matter if either team win or lose this fight? Nice shotgunning from Xplosive, still very much alive, but PK will hold on. They'll chain revive through it all. Meanwhile, Kenny actually getting the M-bar, rotating early, dropping it for his teammate Powerz. You love to see it, and they're ready to get set up on this next hill with that short spawn lockdown.
Man, Powerz there, when he approached that fight, he knew he made a difficult decision. He knew he made a bad decision when he switched out to his shotgun. I love his stutter step, but that spread just didn't come through for him. But when it comes down to the M-bar, that shot right there is going to hit just nicely against SuMuNs as 4v3 setup for eUnited. The rotation is going to come down low to gold. That will be our next heal. It's going to be Kenny set up in it for now. Powerz with the M-bar in hand. He'll have his back over the top and definitely has his back covered. Well, I guess we could say has his front side covered, but now he has his back covered with the double. He's going to be able to help his teammate out here on the stairs as well. That battle is lost by Praized. Powerz not trying to waste any time. You see him still looking for the kill, trying to play off his teammate's damage. That's a nice body shot. That's a nice headshot. Powerz taking over.
The energy from Powerz is clear. He's hitting all his M-bar shots and pushing Raver as well. Short spawn quickly recovered. I was panicking right there for eUnited for a second because while all that was going on, PK were just walking through and gaining that spawn. eUnited say no, Powerz stay alive, and they use that skill to get it right back off their opponents.
The way he took that 1v1 back couches, that was so gangster. He showed so much confidence there. You could just tell how he's feeling here in this map number 4. eUnited has risen and united together. You can see it in their teamwork. The Knights, they got their hands full against them so far in map number 4. eUnited looking to return the favor that the Knights, that butt whooping that they delivered in map number 1. eUnited says, don't worry, we can do the same thing. We can reach that 200-point marker before you guys get 50.
This is so good to see for eUnited. The energy is radiating off them right now. Shot grenade throw, not going to make a difference. Praized will take out Raver. Nades for Kenny as well. They are staggering PK right now. The spawns just keep on coming for PK, and eUnited keep the hill. And I think you're right, guy. They're going to hit 200 first. Powerz with another M-bar shot as well, with 3 shots more to go. Everything is going well for eUnited right now.
Powerz, man, he is absolutely on fire. He's only died once, about to drop 5K. He gets his headshot. He'll do it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, just short by 16. But I'm pretty sure he'll get those 16 points back momentarily. That's like 1 pellet on your shotgun there. Currently, eUnited feeling super comfortable here on P4, but the rotation is going to come towards Fountains. They'll be trying to fight for the back spawn. Dezonide set up. Kenny goes down with a nade in hand. He wasn't expecting it. His teammate was close behind him, but that's a blunder on his part. And I do think the Knights may have been able to find that extra nade on the ground. Kenny may have just had one because I don't see it in the Knights' arsenal. We're just going to have the shot grenade in the hands of SuMuNs.
I'd love to see the KDs right now of the players in the game, because right now Powerz is 6-1. Check out the KDs of PK though. 0 to 5, 1 to 5, 3 to 6.
Dezonide
Everything is different for them now.
Dezonide and SuMuNs just getting their first kills, folks. eUnited, talk about a response. Okay, from the 5-0 victory in map number 3 to absolutely beating down the Knights and returning the favor, also keeping 2 players on 0 kills. They showed the Knights that we don't care what momentum you had to kick off this series. We are here to play. This is dead even, folks.
Powerz has got short spawn down. eUnited ripping away control of that and the hill. And PK are going to have to get their spawns back. They're going to have to get everyone back ready to make a play. They can't win off this hill, guy, can eUnited. But look at the way they're staggering. Yes, Raver has picked up the Ember, but the rest of the kill feed just keeps lighting up blue. And with that, they're going to have the numbers eventually to rotate out and do a really good job at getting to the remaining hill.
Here we go. Fountain, the rest of that time will go in favor of eUnited. They know the next rotation will be across map at couches. But this is a fight for the M-bar. Raver trying to move up. He already has it in hand. Beautiful shot on Kenny. Powerz moves up. He forces him back. But now PK will start to get set up. They don't want to lose any more numbers at statue, but Raver moved back up for the fight. 2 great shots from Powerz. Can't get no kills. But eUnited, they're going to be able to catch one player of PK off guard down low at the Rose Garden. And with that, that's going to give them numbers and some extra map control. They're going to get a nice little pinch here on PK. I'm curious to see where that respawn comes through at. What a beautiful headshot from Raver.
This is simply stunning from eUnited, but PK is starting to fight back now with 1 shot left in the M-bar for Raver, and the short spawn lockdown. Just 1 player lurking, of course, Xplosive down the bottom of the staircase. Not sure if SuMuNs is aware. I'm pretty sure he is at this point, but nonetheless, eUnited will slow down for a moment, formulate that push, ready to take back the hill. Look at that for a headshot though on the Praized. Lovely Superman coming out, and now Kenny is going to be drilled down immediately. eUnited will have to, again, get their numbers back, take their time. And bar miracle from Xplosive not going to happen. They might even have to look for the next hill.
Yeah, they may have to look for the next hill indeed. We're going back to P1. It's at Rose Garden. eUnited, all they need is 18 more points to win this one. But the Knights, they will eclipse past that 100-point marker, and off the couches hill, eUnited cannot end it. But most importantly, it's just about getting the map win. And with this kill coming through, this 2v2 fight at the Rose Garden, the great disengage from the Knights. They'll be able to back up, get that extra Lancer fire coming from the middle. Nades are tossed out, no connection, but the revive is there for eUnited. But ultimately, both players will fall, and the Knights will be able to start collecting off some time on Rose Garden. Raver finally goes down, and eUnited looking to end it here on this next team fight.
And this is it. This is the ticket. 4v3 numbers-wise. They'll be looking now to use that to push and break down Rose Garden. Desert will fall. Does he drop a nade? Yes, he does. Doesn't connect, though. eUnited are all here, ready to collapse on this final hill for PK.
The stun flash is there. The flank from Kenny. The shots come through. The cleanup on Raver. eUnited as a unit looking to clean up the last 2 kills and take map number 4. Try to force the 5. Try to complete the reverse sweep. Talk about a comeback from Nelm after getting absolutely beat down in maps number 1 and 2. eUnited says this is not how Praized and Xplosive will end their career. They will not go out in a 3-1 fashion. If you want to take us out, it's going to have to be on Clocktower, a map number 5, a map in which these players got their career started on. It may as well be the map in which it is ended on. But folks, we're about to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the conclusion of this series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears Summer Major. We kicked off this day with 2 teams who are looking to make history. It was the Knights versus eUnited. And the Knights, when they woke up, they said that we will get this one done. Getting off to a hot 2-0 start. eUnited, their backs was against the wall. They were in the trenches heading into Vasgar map number 3. It wasn't looking good for them. It looked like Xplosive and Praized, they may end their career on one of their worst tournaments ever, but ultimately, Powerz and Kenny, they said they will not let them go out like that. Heading into the 5-0 victory on Vasgar. Then we moved on over towards Regency, 300 to 128. Look at the scoreline, folks. What a close series it has been. But it's got to conclude on Clocktower execution. And I can't think of no better place for this series to end, Toby.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. It allows a lot of strategy for either team to pull out. We've seen PK have to whip out the strategy, of course, on Vasgar Escalation, bringing out the snipe, which eUnited just walked through. Elsewhere, of course, too, we saw some strategy change from both teams as well. But for the rest of the series, it's been an absolute punishing performance from one team to the other just through raw slaying power. And we see plenty of that on Clocktower, of course. Hey, all the chips are on the table, full pressure for both teams, and it's all going to come down to this. Losers round 5. It's insane even to think that one team has to go after all this, right? Yeah, especially between both of these squads. You know, typically, you know, when we kick off a Sunday, we're watching them in the winners finals, okay? You know, they're at least one of them on the top side of bracket, so for these to be the two squads we kick this broadcast off with, is just a testament to how tough the competition has been throughout these last few splits of the Pro League and how even it's been as well with the inception of us going back to multiple game modes. You know, having control and execution in this cycle along with Escalation has proved to give some teams a better chance and just balance it out across the board. We see some squads rising up, being some of the best in the league at execution, in Escalation, in control as well, and it has proved to create so many awesome storylines. But the storyline on your screen, it's Pittsburgh Knights versus eUnited. We're heading it here into map number 5. It's Clocktower execution. We wish this was on land, but chat, I know if you were in a crowd, you'd be making all the noise in the world. So blow it up. Who you want to win? Is it eUnited? Is it the Knights? Who's your favorite player? Who are you rooting for? Because I know one thing, they are going to need your energy here. That they are. Let's talk about Clocktower for a moment. We saw Tomb, of course, earlier. Xplosive leaving cover for a second and instantly getting lasered by PK by their Lancers. I do wonder if PK are going to be on point with the Lancers as they were on Tomb, right? We saw Regency, how that played out. Vasgar as well. It was the United show, right? PK kind of need that spice, you know, that spark to the Lancers, that ability to really capitalize on eUnited's mistakes. Because honestly, on Regency and Vasgar, we didn't see much of that, did we, from eUnited? Not many mistakes. It seemingly was flawless. And we were talking about the initial as a great example of that on Regency, where they won across every single lane. Right now, PK need to come out stomping as fast as they can, in my opinion. And hey, maybe 4 up top guy. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 4 up top from either team here, especially to kickstart this, as both teams will be raring to go and perhaps get the sniper in the hands of Powerz, for example, on eUnited, with how he's playing with their Ember on Regency. And I think eUnited's expected it. Whoa, Raver on the flank. Cold red, eUnited, the alarm is sounding. They're trying to focus on him, but just the slight distraction created an opportunity for SuMuNs to get it down. But now a 4v3 in favor of eUnited. The revive comes through, but PK, they even the odds. With Raver trapped in jail, can he get one more kill? Can he get out of this difficult situation? But you see, he's not moving without a fight. He's going to hold this angle, this power position in which him and his teammate worked so hard for. But the back pillar play, Monkeyz trying to get a kill. eUnited just trying to put out damage, but the Knights doing such a great job ducking and dodging. But ultimately, eUnited will strike first. Woo. Nervy round to start us off, guy. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Powerz, of course, getting the snipe in that situation and having the 3v2, right? And I really like how EU were just playing all-out defense there. PK were relentless in that 2v3, right? You'd think, hey, maybe they have the numbers advantage the way they're playing. That's exactly what you need to do. Create the chaos to break up the rules of play given the numbers advantage. Well played, eUnited, holding their nerve in the end and dealing with that huge flank from Raver. All right, heading into round number 2. Both squads running the 4 up top. SuMuNs get some initial damage in on Powerz. The smoke in the middle allows eUnited to navigate the chaos just a little bit better. But PK, they don't know what's happening. They're just trying to check for the snipe pickup, see if eUnited just is a bit closer to the objective. The objective, the angle, the damage, the Knights, they're putting that out. But eUnited, quick response there, being great teammates. They'll nullify it with the revives. Whoa, a Lancer angle coming there from Xplosive.
He's going to get pressed back down from SuMuNs, as SuMuNs looking to make an opening for his team. Instead, it's a double down. eUnited can smell blood. They clean up the kill. They find 2, but Monkeyz won't go down without a fight. Now in a 1v3, holds his lane, but ultimately, that angle ain't going to get it done. He can't watch his back. eUnited, they get 2.
Yeah, they get 2 first bloods, guys, essentially, right? They're really good right now at getting that first kill and then making sure PK can't respond. They can't just fly back in and equalize the numbers. There was a down on mid wall, but even then, eUnited were making sure that wasn't going to come through as a kill for PK. Even Xplosive as well, right? Was pushing up on the middle pillar with a Lancer. Confidence there, really risky play oftentimes to do, but he made it work perfectly. And now we're going to see Raver lurking down bottom. I wonder if Xplosive actually clocked that. Yeah, he did. He's hiding there right now, and it's going to force a 1v1 potentially as Xplosive is staying down here. He wants that 1v.
Yeah, he misrolled, but when he misrolled, his timing was just off, and he was able to catch Raver's speed, his speed on the flank, and Xplosive slows him down, gives his team a different call out. But with Raver getting the frags, eUnited, they're going to try to capitalize here on the line. They have to dodge the nades. Raver will alleviate some pressure from his teammates, but eUnited, they're under pressure. The Knights looking to get their first round in round number 3. It is going to be a 4v3 in favor of them. The flank from Kenny, he misses 1. The meat shield, the damage, 3v2. Can he get another? Maybe not. He rotates, stays alive. Monkeyz is the focus, but with a misroll, PK will easily clean up the round and get on the board.
Great round. Great round from PK there. My goodness. And just as you thought, Kenny, he might have been able to flank, and just one more kill, you know, one more gib in the back might have made all the difference there. So eUnited still fighting hard. It's clear as day. But now Raver, hey, maybe he's going to double check himself on that play down bottom just to run down for the nades. Xplosive definitely is well aware of it now. And it seems to be the storyline of 4v4 up top right now, guy. And either team just looking to see if they can get the snipe.
But we'll see.
Yeah, Raver's going to go for it again.
And he's going to play it on his good side too as well, but he's still going to get on the flank. He goes super wide, multiple smokes out, but you see how eUnited, they're taking a 4v3 numbers advantage. That's why that flank can be a little bit risky at times, but Raver already back in the fight, and he gets first blood. He gets another kill. Monkeyz finds 1, and that will be the round. It was a world tour for Raver to get there, but somehow his teammates managed to stay alive long enough to still allow him to get the first blood. We're all tied up 2-2.
And Raver changing up there, didn't he, guy? Instead of just going straight for the nades, he went instantly for the flank. And unfortunately for eUnited, they just weren't fast enough responding, right? Instead, because they weren't going straight away as they clocked Raver down bottom, they got pinched straight away. And of course, culminating in Raver getting a double kill in the back there. This time, is Raver going to do it again? Yes. eUnited on the clock once more. Not going to go for the nades. He's baiting it a little bit by going underneath. It's kind of like a bait, right? And eUnited are just pushing up. Can he try to turn around? No, he cannot. Raver's going to unleash havoc right now.
eUnited is so slow at assessing this play. It's a 3v2 for them. The 1v1 needs to come through, but now Xplosive is the focus. He goes down, and it's up to Powerz. They got you to snipe, but was it worth it? What can you do with it? He's looking for that next shot. He knows he may get flanked, but there's the flank coming through. Powerz gets angled out. PK shows them a lot of respect, as they should, and they get their 3rd round in a row. Now, Toby, we got to talk about it. You know what? I mentioned it yesterday about players having big presences down low in the 1v1 spots. Raver must have heard me, because he has applied pressure on that flank every single round. But my question is, why can't eUnited get the numbers to be able to counter against that? Their pushes are too slow up top.
It's too slow. I feel like they're just having too much difficulty right now. Instead, I would just say give up on that strategy and just meet them, right? There we go. They're doing exactly that. Who better than Powerz to meet him down there right now, sitting back on the tree, showing him the respect, right? Not going straight in for the Nasher, allowing his team to outplay up top, but in a strict 3v3 with time on their side. Meanwhile, SuMuNs actually sneaking the snipe there.
Ooh, he almost got the second shot, but Dezonide has a sniper on the ground, and he's going to be able to pick it up quickly. eUnited doesn't know. Dezonide misses the first shot, but the jig is up. He's going to have to rotate 3v3. PK wants to reset this fight. It was a chaotic round, but if they can get the Torco, maybe get the nades, because I'm not sure if they were picked up or not, they'll be in a good spot, especially for this last second hill. They just got to rely on Dezonide to be able to make a play. And I did get confirmation that Raver does have the nades.
And that's going to help out a lot for this final hill, of course. Monkeyz even adding some more utility. to his belt now to make some plays. Of course, Dezonide, one headshot for him can make all the difference. And it makes that map control guy, of course, a little less significant, right, for eUnited. They can't just keep peeking out with the Lancers and watching peek and spraying PK as they adjust their cover down bottom, ready for this last hill. So Dezonide, the job for him is just to be proactive as possible. Just keep aiming at heads, keep the heads down of eUnited, keep them under pressure. Meanwhile, for PK to try and utilize that to optimize their positioning now for the next hill, or the last hill, excuse me.
The final 30 seconds of the round. It's a 3v3, and it's going to be Pittsburgh Knights with control of all power weapons on the map. eUnited needs to get creative to win this round. They're going to have to utilize their numbers very well. Powerz dodges a nade and takes a shot from the snipe. Kenny takes a body shot. That's advantage in the side of PK. Raver finds a nade kill. Great cutoff. Praized, not much you can do in the 1v3. And the Knights will win 4 rounds in a row. It's getting scary for the eUnited fans, Toby, because they got off to a great start. But after these last 4 rounds, PK, they are towering over them. The fear is back on eUnited's side.
They've turned it around totally, right? They turned it around, and PK won the 3v3 strictly up top, despite SuMuNs going down with a quick pick on the snipe. PK being a little bit more proactive this map, it's safe to say, strategically, and it's all working out for them so clearly now. Powerz and Raver, head-to-head down bottom once more. We got to keep a close eye on that quick pick for the snipe, especially eUnited. They have to be careful of that now, and capitalizing when they do get the down on SuMuNs.
Now, it's Xplosive with the down on Dezonide. A quick back A from Praized gets the cleanup. The snipes picked up as well. eUnited feeling very confident in the round. PK, they disengage. Xplosive looking for his next target. But with 2 more power weapons being down low, eUnited knows what the focus is going to be. Xplosive can't find angles. Monkeyz just getting that kill is insane. Almost allowed his teammates to clean up a kill from afar. But you see how well he's playing today.
He is playing really well. Raver will get shot down now underneath, and there should be an eUnited round bar miracle. And a good round at that. Again, right, it comes back to Xplosive playing this mid pillar so aggressively, right? He goes back in, gets the Lancer on the mid wall. It's kind of like a classic traditional Clocktower strategy, right, guy? We mentioned it. They have really good experience on this back on UE. And taking that mid pillar can really give the angle up top and be that proactive strategy that gives you the team fight victory up there. Well played, Xplosive. Heads up play from him. And meanwhile, of course, Powerz still just keeping Raver at bay, which I think is a good idea, honestly, at this point in time. Xplosive right there on his own proves that they can win that team fight up top. They just need to keep it together.
Heading into round number 8, can eUnited get this one all tied up? The 1v1 has been exciting to watch, and Powerz is going to see Raver from a mile away. Gets the damage out on him, but Dezonide gets the down up top. Powerz trying to stay creative, but Raver getting to get killed is massive there in a moment. 2v2, 2v1. Powerz looking for anything in which he can get, but Pittsburgh Knights will not give it up to him. And Raver, once again, being a big playmaker, just pulling away with that kill, having a foresight to know that he was about to get flinged. That was a huge play coming from an all-star player here on the main stage in an elimination matchup.
That was immense. Absolutely immense. He definitely should have been taken down there, but him actually dodging that flash guy, turning around and just running from that 1v, he'd have been off to the races regardless if he got that kill, right? He outplayed Powerz in that sense. Really well played. Such smart use of his brain right there, right?
Now, Xplosive took damage. He goes down. No revive. The first blood in the hands of the Knights. Now, as they disengage, they can taste victory in a moment as eUnited can smell the defeat. But what can they do? Nothing but Lancer fire. Somebody steps up to make a play. Praized runs across, soaks up damage, creates an opening for Kenny and Powerz. They get one. The down is there, and the Knights eliminate eUnited in the map number 5, 6-3, and they progress to the loser semis to play Rise and keep their tournament alive and keep the hope of Latin America alive for winning their first chip. They'll have a 50-50 chance so far throughout the rest of the tournament. Monkeyz with 13k damage throughout 9 rounds there. The Knights, they get it done.
What a deserved series as well from the Knights. You got to give it to them after those first 2 maps. Extremely well played. And hey, they keep it really how we thought they would. Keeping it with execution, being that dominant execution team they're known to be. And that clock tower was just as impressive as Tomb, really. It was just as we thought eUnited were really pulling it together, had some really good rounds of the battle, and started off the map stronger as well. When, of course, PK did the complete opposite on the majority of maps. I think that says a lot. And PK really proved that, hey, they are the team to look out for on execution as far as I'm concerned. You know, Vanquish, at times, as a comparison, hasn't been the strongest team on execution. You know, it's definitely not their strongest mode. This is a really, really big selling point for PK right now. And it's really given them the edge over eUnited, just it looked like they were coming back.
Yeah, it really did. PK, they got a lot of energy off of that one. They could progress on forward in the tournament. It's unfortunate for eUnited, and that's going to be the end of two players' career in Praized and Xplosive. But man, did they go out fighting, and it's so much to be able to be broken down in this series. And I can't think of three better people to do just that. Taylor, Ryan, Ribs, take it away.
Yo, Blaze, Toby, you guys killed it. Holy, that series was incredible. But let's break it down a little bit. Let's at least start at the beginning, Ribs. Big 2-0 loss for eUnited. I mean, honestly, that was the worst I have seen them look ever in a major, let alone MSP, but in a major, that Speyer beatdown, 300-53, Tomb 6-3, a little bit more competitive, but that start from EU was terrible. But then all of a sudden it turned things earound, don't they, Ribs?
Oh yeah, United made it interesting. They didn't want to go out their last events being two of them on a 3-0, not against the Knights, not in one of our most storied matchups. They wake up on Vasgar. It took them 2 maps to finally wake up. I don't know if they didn't get enough sleep last night or they didn't have their coffee in the morning. Who knows? But once they got to Vasgar, they turned up. Regency was all them. We saw about, I think, 10 or 11 M-bar kills from Powerz. And then, of course, we get the Clocktower, and reminiscent of Friday morning, we see Raver going off on the flank and just being that player. Monkeyz putting in the most damage for the team. And I believe Raver had like 12 or 13 kills, while everybody else in the lobby had like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, Monkeyz was playing that host spot, so he's getting a lot of damage in there. But to me, the player of the map had to be Raver. Raver was just an absolute menace on the map. Everywhere he was going, he was causing trouble, causing them to turn their head. He was winning fights. He was being the aggressor, making sure he grabbed nades. Raver was incredible on that clock tower. We talk about just how strong this PK team has been on execution. They are looking scary on this map. An incredible, incredible series. I had it in my bracket. I couldn't see this going anywhere but a game number 5. This series surely delivered. And of course, this now means it is unfortunately the end of Xplosive and Praized. Years careers now. They're both going to retire after this. I know they wanted to make it further, but man, they gave us one hell of a show on the way out.
Oh man, I was about to be so disappointed if it ended in a 3-0, especially after those first 2 maps, Ryan. I was thinking to myself, this is not how I wanted to see eUnited, or more specifically, right, Xplosive and Praized retire, because with the storied career that they have had, you can't take that away, but to end their career in a 3-0 beatdown against what, you know, I would consider one of their great rivals, the Pittsburgh Knights, would not have been a good ending. Just to recap a little bit more though, Ryan, because, you know, you've been watching Clocktower forever. Raver has been incredibly punishing this entire tournament, flanking their enemies. He's done it to several other teams, most recently, obviously, in this matchup versus eUnited. What's up with that flank? Why is it so successful, even though teams should expect it coming?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what Gears title you're on. If you can't have control over that player down low, if you lose track of that player, if you let that player kind of bully you in that spot, it just causes mayhem. Even if you know it's coming at the end of the day, if you turn your head to go look at the player flanking, the players up top now have a chance to advance, go grab the power weapon, put in damage on you. It just creates a very tough pinch that is very, very hard to deal with. So Raver, you really did an incredible job of permanently basically keeping eUnited in a situation where their heads are turning one way or the other. They have to continuously look backwards. They have to worry about grenades. He was everywhere on the map. He was making huge plays. He was confident. And he was basically, to me, he was the big reason they won that map the way they did.